Is your 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller refusing to charge? This frustrating issue has several common causes that we need to understand before we can fix it. The most common culprits behind charging issues are the USB cable, the USB port, or the battery itself. Each of these components can fail and prevent your controller from charging properly. A damaged USB cable is often the simplest explanation. Look for visible damage like exposed wires, bent connectors, or worn sections that can interrupt the charging connection. USB ports can accumulate dust, lint, and debris over time. Even small particles can prevent the charging cable from making a proper connection with your controller. The SN30 Pro uses a 480 mAh rechargeable battery that should provide up to 18 hours of gameplay when fully charged. Battery degradation over time can reduce charging capacity and cause connection issues. There are several warning signs that indicate charging problems. The red LED indicator may not light up when you plug in the cable, or it might turn on briefly and then go off. Another common symptom is when the controller only works while plugged in, indicating the battery isn't holding a charge. You might also notice the battery draining completely, even after being left to charge overnight, which suggests the charging circuit isn't working properly. Be aware that some early SN30 Pro models with USB-C ports had a risk of frying the circuit board during charging. If you have an older model, this could explain persistent charging issues. Finally, if you've left the controller uncharged for a long period, the battery may have fully depleted and entered a protection mode. In this case, it might take several hours of being plugged in before the charging process actually begins. Understanding these common causes and symptoms will help you identify what's preventing your controller from charging properly. In the next section, we'll cover the specific troubleshooting steps to fix these issues. First, ensure the battery connection is secure. The battery should fit snugly within the controller housing. Next, update the controller firmware using 8BitDo's official update tools. Firmware updates often resolve charging and connectivity issues. Try resetting the controller using these button combinations. Hold the start button until the light turns off, or use L1 plus R1 plus start for 3 seconds to enter upgrade mode. Ensure the controller is in the correct mode for your device. The LED indicators show the current mode: Switch, Xbox, Direct Input, or macOS mode. If using a wired connection, remove any existing Bluetooth pairings to avoid conflicts between wired and wireless connections. If none of these steps resolve the issue, contact 8BitDo support for professional assistance with your controller. As a last resort, if the battery is failing, consider replacing it with a compatible 3.7-volt lithium polymer battery. This requires technical skill and may void your warranty. These troubleshooting steps should resolve most charging issues with your 8BitDo SN30 Pro controller. Work through them systematically for the best results.